All right, here we go. Test, test, test. Hey, everybody. Hope you guys are all having a fantastic day out today. Bitcoin's been doing a whole lot of nothing over the past few days, but we're going to be talking about some good stuff, some bad stuff, some things going about the economy. And as always, Loki really wants to say hello. He's over here chewing up his Kong Chew toy and having a blast. There you go. Sometimes blowing the air makes him not want to go for it. Other times you just put it in front of him and he'll have a little snap attack. He's being very good right now. It's nice. Okay, attack. Oop, slipped. Let's go. All right, everybody. Happy to see all of you guys back. Make sure to vote on the poll question here if you guys think we're going to break out again this week. Again, like I said, we're going to be talking about a few things here today. Really, we're just going to be focusing on the cryptocurrency markets and then a few things about stocks because we have seen some support levels hold, while in other areas we've seen support areas not hold. So there's going to be a lot to talk about here, okay? So before we get started, let's just hop right in here to my other display. There we go. Okay, so this is the 4-hour chart as far as Bitcoin's concerned. Before we start looking at a bunch of altcoins and things like that today, and also because I wasn't able to stream last Thursday and Friday because my sister came back into town and I was helping her out with some stuff, we are going to be buying up another $300, $400 of meme tokens today and adding those onto our long-term portfolio. That way we can see how things are going. I haven't had a chance to check it since last week, but I assume it's still doing okay because, as you guys can see, Bitcoin really hasn't dropped off too far. I know I told you guys about altcoins and how I'm loading up on altcoins. That's still what I'm doing at this point. I thought we might have popped a little bit sooner, but at least I'm giving, I have all my stop losses in place in case we aren't really going to make that next pop, but I'm hoping we are, okay? So, as far as Bitcoin's concerned, we can start with the daily chart here, honestly. You can see we are in this slight uptrend. It looks a little bit easier to see on that 4-hour chart, which is why I had it up there in the first place. But you guys can see we're still consolidating. We're trying very hard to not break down. I would say there's about a 60% chance we do break down without any news to really pump us back up. I don't think such a breakdown is going to be something catastrophic, to be honest, to be frank. But just like I said last time, these type of minor breakdowns really do cause a lot of panic, which is why typically when you guys are making these trades this week, just have a stop loss. If it doesn't hit your stop loss, you really don't have a reason to sell. If it hits your stop loss, you're going to sell, you're going to take the loss, and you're just going to be able to move on down the road. You want to have your price targets at a decent place, but there's nothing really to be concerned about. Going back over here to the 1-hour chart, I told the members here, because I didn't have time to make a full video, but I made like a hashed up members video really fast, telling everybody that we were probably going to take a dip from over here and that we might come close to this level but not break down below. It was that low was around 33,200. Didn't break down below it, and you might find an opportunity to buy. So for those members that did take that opportunity, it looks like you guys are doing okay right now. Now it's whether you guys want to actually still hold your position, or if you want to see it, see if it can go up a little bit higher and see Bitcoin pop, right? But now go back over here to the daily chart. We're in a slight uptrend, higher lows. That's all good and nice here. But we have to start talking about some of these moving averages here and what it means going forward. The 20-day, the 50-day, those are still fine. We've had a golden cross here, another golden cross here. Those golden crosses historically do mean some really good things when it comes to the 50-day moving average and the 200. It means something, okay? Now, could news mess it up? Sure. But technicals are usually pretty bullish right now based off of that golden cross, all right? Now, going over to the weekly charts, we're having a golden cross after having a death cross. It's kind of weird, but like I said before, we don't really have much historical context of what happens when these things merge or cross over, because historically, it just doesn't happen. We've never had Bitcoin come down this far this fast, and that's frankly because of all the exchanges that went down, like Celsius, Voyager, FTX. They all kind of really messed up the market in a way that took a little bit of time for us to figure out here, and we're kind of adjusting as is, okay? But we could have been looking at a much worse start to the week here today. We could have had a candle that was already breaking down. We could have saw things in a bad spot. We could have been right back here at that old level of resistance, now turning into that level of support, okay? So right now, things are overall still looking pretty good in my estimations. Going back over here to the 4-hour chart, though, this is where I would say most of you guys are going to want to spend your time if you guys are kind of looking at, hey, is Bitcoin breaking down? What's happening, so to speak, all right? What are we looking at here? that nice uptrend that continues to go. But you guys see that blue line right there? That's your guys' 50-day moving average here. Excuse me, 50 moving average on the 4-hour chart. That's getting there. That's getting pretty close. So get ready to see quite a bit of volatility for Bitcoin in the positive direction or the negative direction over the next 24 to 36 hours. I would say probably closer to the next 24 hours. Just get ready for a pretty decent move. Now, again, like I said, if there's no news, we're probably going to be coming down and trying to just keep on this low, higher low, probably maybe come back down here. We'll really have to wait and see. Perhaps we can always bounce off of that 50 as well. But just keep in mind that we are kind of in this precarious spot, and we still haven't had any news about what's happening with those ETFs, okay? I am expecting that they should get approved, but will they get approved this week or next week? That's going to be the big concern, okay? Now, hello, Roller Coaster. Hey, Prince. Hey, Ict. I can't pronounce your name properly. And hey, Larry. Howdy, I'm hiding some OCWEN evictions company reported that evictions up 40% from last year. Dude, oh yeah, and you know what, Larry? They don't have all the COVID protections that they used to have, so now they can really just kick people out really, really quickly here. Okay, we'll talk about that in a second, though, because I do think that shows some of the weakness that we've been talking about as far as the economy is concerned. But yeah, so as far as Bitcoin's concerned, I was hoping, this is what I was hoping for, like, hey, we have an opportunity. I was hoping we could have sustained this breakout over here. We could not. So it's still a waiting game at this point, and we're waiting for that big pop to come or that big drop. But just so you guys know, volatility is going to be coming, and it's going to be coming pretty fast. We never know if it's going to come when we're sleeping or when we're awake. So make sure that no matter which direction you guys are trading, just make sure you guys have those stop losses and those price targets kind of right there ready to go, so you guys aren't missing out on any opportunities for you guys to make some money. Usually, and I would say in these types of circumstances, when you have Bitcoin dominance pretty high, you have Bitcoin popping while altcoins are not really popping. You've had individual breakouts, right? Usually in these circumstances, I would be loading up on altcoins. That is not me telling you guys to load up on altcoins. It's just telling you guys what I'm planning on doing right now. I've been pretty transparent about it over the past week or so. It just seems like, hey, altcoins really aren't popping off to the same degree as I want them to. And we've seen altcoins continue to go down over the past few months, while Bitcoin, of course, has been moving up and up and up in the past few months. So I'm hoping that if Bitcoin really is going to try to take that next leg up to 37,000, 39,000, wherever it wants to go at the end of the day, altcoins will eventually have to stabilize enough to get their own golden crosses, their own breakouts, and that's what you guys are going to be seeing going forward, okay? Now, and hey, Ken, happy to see you back, my man. Hey, Usher. I always want to say Usher. And hey, Gokul. Any chance for Dogecoin to moon? Dogecoin mooning is more of a slow process here. And one of the things that it's been nice about it so far is it did have its breakout, and it's holding that breakout. And so far, it hasn't come back down like it normally does. Most of the time, and you hear me say this a lot, this is me talking as an avid Dogecoin holder, it really has this tendency to break out and then come right back down. It's actually breaking out and holding right now, which is very, very nice. Now, as you look at the 4-hour chart, you're seeing something pretty similar to what you're seeing with Bitcoin. There's an opportunity for a death cross here, which makes me hope that Dogecoin can go a little bit higher. But as far as mooning, that next stop for Dogecoin here really gets back up here towards about a little over 7.5 cents. Not really anything like 8, 9, 10 cents. I think the best I'd be hoping for right now as far as Dogecoin is to just take it up one whole penny and go to 8 cents. Everything after that would be something I'd be hoping for a longer period of time. Because as you guys can see, when it comes to Dogecoin's technicals here, just look at the moving averages very fast. Let me see if I can actually, they changed this up a little bit. There you go. All right, just look at the moving averages here. We just had a golden cross here between the 20 and the 50. And over the next few days, you're also going to see that golden cross between the 20 and the 200. Give it a week or two, and you're also going to see that 50-day cross above the 200-day. And that's all going to be bullish momentum going forward. So I would say, again, I'm buying, and I'm holding for a while here. I was, last week, I was more adamant about just holding for a short period of time and kind of waiting for your individual things to pop off. But because Bitcoin is holding pretty well at this point, you can be prepared to hold altcoins a little bit more if you guys want to. Just be careful about what altcoins you're buying. Some of them have already popped off, and you just want to be sure that you guys aren't really FOMOing into something that's already actually gone up quite a bit. So if this is a daily chart, let's just go over here to Ethereum. Ethereum's broken out. It's still holding. It's still doing fine. ADA already had that breakout, right? It already had that move up. It's testing out the 200 daily moving average. Usually I don't like to trade currencies around that range unless I think they're about to break out. It can definitely break out, but in order for me to look at that, I might have to go over here to the 15-minute chart, look for consolidation, and try to see, hey, breakout, let me trade that. But ultimately, if I feel like I've missed it, I feel like I don't need to do it because there's always another type of play out there, right? So XRP, this one's already had a small breakout, but it hasn't gone crazy just yet. It's dealing with the level of resistance kind of around this 58, 59 cent level. I think XRP can try to pop back up here to 63. That'd be something I'd be looking at. Ape token over here. I told you guys I bought this a while ago for this breakout. Of course, it came all the way back down, but it's still doing all right. And I'll show you guys how that one's doing on the Fairdesk account here. I don't know if I bought the Fairdesk account one right here. I think I just bought that whenever I wanted to, so I might have actually been over here. But we'll keep track of it. AVAX having a nice day right here, heading up towards resistance. Would I be buying it right now? No, it would not be unless I see something really crazy that says, hey, you really want to hold this. See that golden cross right there? That was more of an opportunity to buy it over here, especially when we broke out above that resistance right there. AXS already had its pop, 200 daily moving average. I'm not buying that. So depending on how you guys are looking to trade this, you still have opportunities. But when I told you guys, like not this previous weekend, but because I didn't stream, but like, last Sunday, last Monday, last Tuesday, like, hey, I'm looking to buy up altcoins. It was because I was anticipating moments like this. But again, Monday, Tuesday was this time. Towards the end of the week when I wasn't streaming because my sister was in town, you had these massive pops, and I wanted to talk about them, but sister was in town dealing with mom stuff. But what do you call it? Bitcoin Cash still is doing okay, but it already kind of had this weird pop off a long time ago. I'm hoping it can move higher, but honestly, I don't really feel like I want to be buying into this thing. I just don't. Matic already had a little bit of a pop off, a little bit of resistance right here. I'm thinking it can go a little bit higher, but do I want to buy it right here? A little bit. I'm thinking maybe I want to see it dip down a little bit, and you can see these moving averages doing their part. Golden cross right here, pump up. Look for things that haven't had all of those bullish moves just yet. BNB, golden cross right here. It's still moving up a little bit higher. I'm hoping we can see something, but you can see that the times you had to buy the support level over here. Chili's, okay. Crow, breaking out above the 200, so it's possible. Shiba Inu, another one that has not popped off. If I was looking at something to buy right now with the high leverage and just watch it pop and then sell within 24 to 36 hours, Shiba Inu is definitely going to be one of them, okay? DOT, already had that smaller breakout. Maybe it can go a little bit higher, but it is starting to test out those levels of resistance. One over here, one over there. Dogecoin Mars already had its breakout. Not going to touch it with a 10-foot pole, but it looks kind of fun to do maybe day trading on. Engine, same concept. You're seeing the same thing happen quite a bit. And that's what I kind of, here's one. Ethereum Classic. If you guys are looking for a breakout, Ethereum Classic is maybe going to be something a little bit easier. Maybe it's a little bit more accessible for some of you guys that maybe don't have access to SHIB, but I feel like SHIB is pretty well understood token at this point in time. Right there, keep an eye on that one. Your stop loss doesn't have to be too far away because you're anticipating a breakout there. And you got other stuff like Litecoin, looking at other levels of resistance. Oh, this is for day trading. We can get rid of that. Some things like that. File token, getting closer. Gala already had a breakout, but it's testing out some resistance levels right now. GTC, this is something that has pops every now and then. You see that nasty wick right there, like where it's like a really good trade. Honestly, this is something where I'd probably buy and hold and then have some astronomically high price target, and then from there, I'd just sell it. Usually this is something you'd want to have alerts on though, because historically it does have some crazy moves. You can even see this crazy move right here. It can be pretty crazy. Now this is obviously from Binance, so not all of them are going to have all these crazy wicks, but you will see wicks that maybe go up to half the size, and even that's going to be a good amount of money, okay? ICP, I told you guys I bought ICP. That one's still pumping up at this point. It probably will go higher. ICP is one of the most oversold cryptocurrencies in the world, I think, at this point, that actually has like a higher market cap. And so, it's only a small bump, but of course, everything is still doing okay. Even STMX, this is one of my favorites right here. I have not been shy about it. This is something else I'm watching. Here's the daily chart for it. Moving up higher and higher. I'll see how that's working out because I bought some of that for the long-term portfolio as well. But, things are going in our direction. But now that it's been a week since I told you guys to start buying up some altcoins, or I recommended that, I told you guys that I'm buying up altcoins, and you guys may want to copy me if you guys want to. But, I laid out my reasoning and stuff like that. Now, there's not as many options to buy altcoins pre-pop. So you're going to have to be a little more picky, but there's still tons of opportunities there. You just have to take the time to kind of go through them, check out the analysis, see if they're overvalued, stuff like that. Now, what's right here? And hey, Prince, as far as Fairdesk is concerned, I changed my name on it. The lady says I wasn't getting enough followers, so I made like a second account on it. I did a whole bunch of stuff. Blah, 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 blah. So I got 2 accounts here. So 7-day follower profit. The first, the first one I find will probably be easiest. Here's one right here, expert trading. You guys can do this one. I'll probably change the name of this one as well. Expert trading doesn't sound right to me. But here's one if you're looking for one of mine at this point in time. The other one has a similar AI picture on it, but I'm not entirely sure. I have 2 now because people were complaining that they don't want me to do as much scalping. So this is one that's not really scalping. The other one is more scalping, I would say. But yeah, so this is one that you could always go to if you want. But yeah, while I'm here, actually, we'll do this in the next few minutes, but we can check out the portfolio to see how it's actually performing. So now instead of being up like $200, $300, now the portfolio is at $500. That's not bad. Actually, I think that's pretty darn good based off of how we've been kind of building this up so far. What I'm going to do very fast is actually just move that software over here. I'm going to take off my face. There we go. Can I just move this back over here, but also just put my face on? There we go. Okay. So you guys should, you can't see my face. Now we can kind of see these positions. So you see the ape token here that we just bought a few weeks ago. Well, let me double check that. We bought this 1023. So, that was a week ago. Sorry. Yeah. That's up 35%. Remember, these are 2x, a lot of, maybe 1 or 2 3x's in here, but mostly 2x's. Ape token up 35%. Bitcoin is up 34%. Compound is down 2%, which means it's really just down 1%. But like, nothing's been happening with that one, but it has already popped. Ethereum is up 26%. HFT with a 3x leverage is basically nothing has happened. It's up 5%. Notice how I didn't put much money into it, so 5% equals just 58 cents. This is a really big YOLO token. Let me just show you guys this very fast. Let's go to the week chart. Okay. Yeah, so it's not the best one to be going for, but I have a few YOLOs. Those YOLOs, like I said before, are very small amounts of money put into them, okay? But we got HOT, that's up 9%. ICP is up 48%. That's not bad. We bought ICP 1014, so about half a month ago, 2 weeks ago, and we're already at 48%. That's not bad for a longer term hold. Key is up 4%. I bought that one just a few days ago. Loom is up 33%. This was actually down for quite a bit while we've been holding it, and now it's actually turned around a little bit. OXT is up 29, Reef is up 64, STMX is up 37. I do have more capital behind that, so it is up $139. That's only because you guys know I really do like STMX as a long-term hold, and so I want to see if that's going to be one of the YOLO ones that does well, and if I actually put capital behind one that does well, maybe perhaps it can turn into thousands of dollars. Perhaps it turns into nothing, but we'll have to wait and see. Theta is up 14%, TON is up 20%, and XVG is something I added a few days ago as well. I think I added it 1025, so just like 5 days ago. That's actually down 5% as well, okay? So overall, looking good. This is a healthy portfolio. I would still call it a healthy portfolio if there was more red in here, kind of what we saw with last week when there was more red. But I think overall, we're still looking pretty nicely here. Probably in the next half an hour, we're going to dive back into this, and we're going to be going through some tokens, and I'm just going to scroll down, and I'm going to be like, hey guys, what do you guys think I should be buying? Because if we go over here, I'm not going to buy stuff that's like shooting up like 35% in a day, to be frank with you guys. But I will, be buying like, STMX is up 9, AR is up 10. I won't be buying stuff like that, but we could always put on a watch list. Stuff like ID. I don't think I have ID, do I? I don't think I said anything about ID. No, I got ICP. I used to trade ID quite a bit here as a day trader, but even Solana's up quite a bit here. So you're seeing altcoins do pretty well. I might be looking at some of these tokens that are down quite a bit, like UniF, if the chart looks okay. Gala is only down because it had a massive pop last week, things like that. So giving These are more of the buying opportunities. Even down here, you know, you see a lot around 1%, 2%. We could still buy some of those, of course. But I'm going to stay away from those tokens that have actually had really big pops, because those aren't usually the best opportunities to actually allocate funds for a longer term portfolio, okay? All right. Now that that's all said, the only real news I wanted to talk to you guys about today was the fact that, and I actually made a video about this, of course, is the government wants to borrow $776 billion in the final 3 months of the year. This is going to be wild. I made a video about it that kind of goes more in depth, so you guys can watch that. But just, you know, just have in the back of your head, we're not slowing down on the spending. We're breaking records every single freaking quarter now. We're more money, more spending, more money, more, you know. And on top of that, IRS revenues, you know, tax revenues are going down. So there are some issues there. So just have it in the back of your mind. I think people are getting more concerned about the debt, but not enough to necessarily tank the whole economy. People are just like, whoa, we got to figure out a way to have protection in case America really loses control of its debt. How do we keep on making money, and how do people continue to have faith in the system going forward? Because if that bubble pops, which it'll pop eventually, we just don't know, it's going to be pretty calamitous. You know, it's going to be a very bad time for the world, because everybody has their money tied up to the US dollar. So not going to be good, as you guys might imagine, okay? And hey, Dickie, hope you're doing well. With Treasury printing more money, it will affect crypto. I mean, I think yes, but you guys have to put it into context what the dollar index is doing right now. Go over here to the weekly chart. We've been consolidating for the past, like, what, 4 weeks, 5 weeks now? We broke out at the end of September, and from there we had another pop, but we've just been kind of holding steady. You see that golden cross that happened right there? Usually the golden crosses on the weekly chart do mean something. Last golden cross had a big move up here. Last golden cross, which is, yeah, 15, 20. That one still had a larger move. This one had a small, large move. This one had a larger move. This one had a small, large move. Small, I mean, that's a pretty large move. Larger move. Larger move. Historically, it's a pretty big thing, but because of the weirdness of the moment, and I don't even know if that's going to be enough to really stop this from trying to go higher, what's going on in the world is really just confusing the hell out of me, and I'm probably some of you guys, as far as how it's actually going to affect the markets. So when I see this, I'm thinking, okay, we should probably have a dollar index that goes higher in the future. And as we print more money and things like that, that's definitely not going to help the situation. But so far, the last few weeks, we really haven't had any large breakouts. You look at anything out there right now, like I mean, the dollar to the euro. There we go. I see. Okay, that should be fun. All right. This was heading down, down, down up until July, and then yes, we saw inflation start to peak back up. But so far, this is staying pretty much the same as well. You could even go over to I don't know why, but I prefer to look at it from the euro to the US dollar. I don't know why I prefer it that way, but I do. All right, had that breakdown over here in August, and we've been going down ever since, having a death cross right here. Technically, we should still see the dollar get stronger and stronger here, but it's just not. So let's see what happens. I would still anticipate, though, that, yeah, the dollar is going to have some more volatility because all this craziness going on, and we don't really have a way to stop spending. Like, you know, maybe some of you guys thought, like I did, you know, if the Congress goes Republican, maybe there'll be kind of more of a balance to the government. Maybe we won't be spending as much. Maybe the government won't need as much money. Boo. Yeah, they're still spending like freaking wild people over there. They may rein it in because they have this big battle coming up before the potential government shutdown. But at this point, I really just don't know if they're going to be able to rein in spending. It doesn't seem like it. Like I just said, the Treasury wants to borrow $776 billion, and that's just for the final quarter. October, November, December. That's not talking about next year. October, November, December, $776 billion, and then it also said it expects to borrow $816 billion between January and March. January, February, March, another 3 months or a quarter. We're gonna hit this bubble eventually. we just have to figure out when, and it's going to be very hard to figure that out because the government, of course, is going to be printing money, selling bonds, selling all these assets. And as long as there's a market for it, people will keep on buying. And the economy will kind of stay afloat. People can only trust it for so much longer, though. And when I say that, I don't mean like, oh my gosh, it's gonna happen in like a year or 2 years. Realistically, it might take another 5 to 10 years here, unless something really bad happens. If we start going into another war or something like that, that could definitely exacerbate problems. But even then, it's not like America's a pansy or anything. We got a system. It's helped us out for a while, but we're losing control. And if you know anything about America, we like to be in control of the situation. We're not in the control. We're not in control. Just at this point, right? Let's see. And hey, Dickie, how about Dot? So as far as Dot's concerned, last time I checked it out, I think it was looking to break out, right? So Dot right here. Oh yeah, it did break out. Yeah, so that daily chart right here did have the breakout. Looks like that next stop is kind of around 480 if you want to see it surge one more day. And then after that, perhaps you could see it coming up here to the 200 daily moving average. Currently, it seems to be at resistance at the 20-week moving average. I wouldn't be buying here. Again, like I said before, I would have bought in a lot of these plays pre-pump. And this is something where if I would still be holding if I bought, but I might not necessarily buy it unless maybe it starts to break above the 20-week moving average, and then from there I can try to take that next level up, maybe up here towards $5 or so. But again, it'd be $5 plus or minus. You see 486 here for what that 200 daily moving average is. That range is probably what I'm going to be looking at as for this. But it's working out. Go over here. I think it was the 1 hour chart I looked at personally. Yeah, there we go. Bounced off this right here, bounced off some good moving averages, had a golden cross, and there we went. But really, it was just finding that level of resistance over here. Oh, it's on a magnet. And really breaking. There we go. Okay. And then breaking out right there. I know my face isn't in here as well. Let me put that back up there. I think I can see my face now. Yeah, I can. Okay. But yeah, so those breakouts are usually what I'm looking for. Now it's already broken out. I don't really feel an incentive to buy unless you guys are, again, trying to play it out for another, like a longer term play, which is definitely possible. It's just for me, I'm more focused on buying those things that haven't had nearly the amount of pop that things like Dot have had over the past few days. I want to stress that, over the past few days. I can put a Bitcoin 15-minute chart on here for now, and we can kind of just watch to see how this consolidates. Only thing that sucks is people think we've already broken out, but we need to break out with a pretty nice move. Every time we've actually tried, we've just been getting knocked back down, which isn't really fun at all. Matic Maxi. There's a lot of Matic Maxis out there these days, especially with how Matic finished up the last altcoin season. Same with the Ethereum Classic. There's a lot of people that say, hey, even when Bitcoin was crashing and burning, those couple tokens were still managing to pump, and they pumped for a while. And hey, Fed said a recession 20. Don't trust the Fed on their forecast with stuff like this. Remember, they said that inflation was transitory, and we're kind of in this mess right now because they believed they drank their own Kool-Aid that they were trying to feed to everybody else, and they didn't realize how big of a threat inflation was. I mean, heck, I was talking about how inflation is not transitory. And I'm a nobody, but like there's people online, other economists on CNBC saying, what the hell is the Fed doing? This is not transitory. This is going to have some really bad effects. And what do you know? Inflation has been with us for a while. It hasn't gotten much better. We haven't seen any deflation. We've just seen prices not go up as fast, but they're still going up. And how often have you guys been getting raises? Probably not as much as inflation. So you guys don't have as much spending power, or usually, you guys don't have as much spending power compared to what you had just a few years ago, which really sucks because that's what really helps the economy get going. And now we're seeing, I think Larry just pointed out as well, evictions, getting kicked out of your house because you can't afford it. They're up 40% year over year, which means people can't afford their apartments. They can't afford their houses, which is a very sad thing, but it shows how people are just not having the income necessary to pay for all these things that are moving up. And that's one of the reasons that I focus so much over the past few months over rent inflation, is because people always think about how am I going to pay for eggs? How am I going to pay for bacon and bread and all that type of crap? But it's important. But housing and rent inflation is definitely something important as well, because if you can't afford to live somewhere, everything else kind of goes moot. And if you're paying a lot more for your apartment, that also means you're paying less on food, less on gas, less on going all these other things that you might need to do. So like if we go over here to trading economics, rent inflation, I think is what it's called. Yeah, United States rent inflation, okay? It's finally been coming down, but if I go back over here to look at that, okay, it is just way hotter than it's supposed to be. Super duper duper hot, so to speak, okay? Now it's coming back down, but it really hasn't had that like full let's fall off a cliff moment. And I just want to let you guys know that, hey, looks like let me go to last year. So let's go last 5 years, I guess. Yeah, okay. What is this? This must be just October. This must be September's number. July, August, September. Yeah. So September's number was 7.15. And go back over here to September, October, November, December. So that's the 4. All right, so let's go 1, 2, 4. And the year before that, the inflation was kind of around like 6.5, a little bit less, but like 6% rent inflation 1 year. Then the next year is also another 6% plus of rent inflation. That is insane. And normally we're like at 2-3%. I feel like that's okay, but still pretty wild. 6% year over year is a crime. And that's why I always like to show you guys what's happening over here as far as, Zillow Seattle, or Zillow, not even Seattle, just the Tacoma and stuff like that. Because you guys have to imagine that maybe you guys aren't making like 30, 40, 50 bucks an hour. Maybe you're just some guy that's making 20 bucks an hour or something, and your money doesn't go as far. So this is my personal search. I got to remove the boundary. I need to, this is just searching for houses, select all. Oh yeah, I'm looking for 5 acres and 2,000 square feet. You're not finding that in the city. Here's your normal stuff, okay? So, you try to buy this small 551 square foot house, must be a condo. Yeah, it's a condo. For $260,000, that's still going to cost you $2,000 a month. And if you're thinking about making 20 bucks, what's 20 times 40 times 4? 20 times 40 times 4. You're making $3,200. That means you have $1,200 after you pay your rental payments for your insurance on the house, your insurance on the car, your car payments, your food, your travel, travel to work and stuff like that. You just don't have the money. So of course you're going to an apartment, but that'll get dropped down to maybe just $1,200 to $1,500, and probably close to $1,500 if you want to live in the city. So you just don't have enough money to go around, which of course slows down the economy more than we would like to, and that's kind of what causes the fear, like recession, stuff like that. And even actually, we saw this with everybody talking about the recession incoming towards the beginning of the year. Because remember, we were supposed to have a recession this year, but the economy's still doing fine. It's still strong, because we still have so much stimulus in the economy from the COVID stimulus and the post-COVID stimulus with all the kind of spending that the government's been doing. The government has been spending trillions, and it's not like that stuff doesn't actually go into the economy, okay? The last thing I'd probably say has nothing to do with real estate, but if we go over here to money, consumer, debt balance, right? Credit card debt is going up and up and up and up and up. We have a spending problem. That's nothing new. If you guys know America's marketing departments like I do, they are very good at making people part with money that they really shouldn't be parting with. But again, it's just kind of the way the world works. And hey, computer guy, thank you very much for the super chat. Let me read your comment over here because I can't see it over there. Welcome to the Ruby Love, my man. I really appreciate it. And I appreciate you, brother Mike. Much love. I'm listening and learning. Thank you for sharing your wisdom and passion for trading. Hey, man, I love to share this information because, as somebody that grew up like pretty not wealthy, let's just say that, assisted government housing and things like that, not the best neighborhoods, to be frank. It's those neighborhoods that where a black kid is actually safe, but if you're not black, you're pretty much like don't be walking in these neighborhoods. Um, but I've just realized that over time, the system is designed to make you part with your money very, very rapidly. When in reality, you should be parting with your money in the right way. So the majority of people coming out of high school or even college, they really shouldn't be spending as much money as they do, and I understand why they do it. I went through a phase myself. I was blowing through money in college. Um, but you got to start getting your money to work for you, and that doesn't mean you have to go straight to day trading or even swing trading. It can just be longer term investments for all I care. But the more money you have working for you, the better. And at this point, you have so many opportunities with all these high bond rates. I was actually just talking with my grandfather the other day. They were talking about some investments, and I was saying, okay, well, they were asking me what I would actually be like really heavily buying right now, and I just told him straight up, I'd be buying yearly or 2 year bonds. I told like they're retired, so it's not like they're gonna be they have. I don't want them to put more risk than they would feel comfortable with. I told them long term bonds, and if you guys want to, I told them if they gave me $1,000, I would put that into crypto, make a cryptocurrency portfolio for them, and then they can kind of keep track of everything as the bull market approaches, and then whenever it eventually does pop, they'd be able to cash out for a nice balance. But I told them they would have to be willing to hold even if Bitcoin from this point on dropped another 50-60%, which of course isn't likely, but it can still definitely happen here, guys. And so from there, everybody has to get their money working for them, but it's not like, if you're retired, you don't want to go back to work in order to get more money. I guess they don't really need the money, but they want to make sure that they're still making money when it's when the stock market, as you guys have all seen, has been going kind of sideways this year, especially if you guys go to the Dow, definitely not doing as hot. But yeah, like I said, looking at all this data here, it's not really painting the best picture. I think even actually Larry gives out a lot of good information. I would keep track of what he says in the chat as well. I think he was also talking about, I think we talked about this as well, record loans have been denied for cars. So if you try to buy a car, a lot of those loans are also being denied. Let me go over here very fast. Debt balance, mortgages, student loans. Student loans aren't bad though. They're not going up as much as you would think, right? They go up a little bit, but right, comes back down a little bit. Nothing too crazy. Last 25 years, you can see them actually stagnating because people are kind of fed up with paying for student loans and going to college because they realize. Just think of what that last South Park episode was about. Definitely not a fun time out there if you guys have a large amount of student loans. If you guys have a small amount, you guys are probably doing okay. Chain store sales, still doing fine. So, we're kind of at this precipice. I guess that's how I'd view the economy. We're looking to go off the edge here. But even if we go off the edge, it's not like we're dive bombing afterwards. It just means we continue with this long, nasty downtrend, which will take months and months and months. Debt balance, auto loans, people are still buying, right? So they still have to pay off all these bills. That's not a terrible thing. It just means that if there's a recession, a lot of these people are screwed. Hopefully they have a proper way to keep their money in order. All right. But hey, computer guy, if you have any questions, let me know. A lot of the members get access to the members videos and stuff like that. So let me know if you guys have any questions. I'm going to be putting out some more members stuff this week. Last week I was only able to do one video, which I should have done more. Let's see. And hey, Aaron, thoughts on Ethereum Classic? Ethereum Classic is one of those things right now that I would still be holding on to if you wanted to buy it. If I go over here to the daily chart, you'll see this level of resistance right here. I'm anticipating a breakout. That breakout is going to be nice. And it's one of those tokens where you can actually still buy it right now. Sorry, Loki's over here just trying to get my attention, it looks like. But yeah, I'm actually waiting for a nice pop here. I'm hoping it gets back above 17 bucks. And then from there, really just test out 17.85. It may go up here to 18. It may go up here to 19. Sure, that'd be fun. But I would start scaling out at least, probably starting around 18 bucks. We're still looking pretty bullish. You see the golden crosses over here. I don't really mention them too much because if you kind of zoom in, you kind of see a whole bunch of cluster. Look at that. Ick. But you could always add on something on a daily chart here, like a MACD. And you'll see the crossover that happened right here. I know it's not as bright. Maybe I can change this legend here. Hope that makes it a little bit easier. You can see that crossover right there and see how right afterwards, having that nice boom, the momentum is still going strong. It has slowed down a little bit, But I think overall, Bitcoin still looks like it wants to take that next level up, and that next level up is going to be plenty enough to keep things like Ethereum Classic moving up higher and higher and higher from here on out. Same thing with the things like ICP, right? Crossover over here, some other nasty crossovers right there, but overall it still worked out in the end. Usually when it comes to different ones though, you usually switching these up a little bit, so like 20, 40, get that 9 now. And you don't have the crossover here, you don't have the crossover here, you're just looking for that one crossover right there, and that's why I like the extra lag there. But I've already made a video about that. I don't need to dive too deep into these MACDs here, but MACD is like the only thing where I enjoy seeing some lag. Doesn't always work out, but most of the time you see it, you can see it moving in the right direction here. Like even right here, pop up right there, little pop up right there. Overall, something to the high, but not all the time does we have these really big moves. That's why you guys are also looking at moving averages, not showing any large, reversals there. What's going on from the technical aspect? Everything has to make sense. It can't just be one or two factors. It should be like a 5 or 6 factors really before you make that trade. All right. But even go over here to ICP. ICP is looking at a resistance level, getting ready for it to pop. After that pop, I'm probably going to sell off a position of mine that I have open right now for it, but not my long-term positions, just the short term. Okay, and sorry guys, Loki's like really batting my arm around. He really is not happy with me for some reason. I think he just wants to play. So here, hold on 1 second, guys. Just the face. There we go. There you go. You guys can see Loki get tired out very fast. Oh. He had I got him a new collar, and he's getting used to wearing a collar. Just really is not happy with me for some reason. I don't know why. I took him outside for 2 hours today. He just has a very playful. He's snarling at me. You need to get one of those dental doggy bones. Feeling better now? Okay, I think he's feeling better now. Nah, he's still beating the shit out of me hand as I put it down over here to type on the computer. But yeah, he'll settle down a little bit. I think he's just excited. And hey, Discount, welcome to the Sapphire Love. I know you've been here for a while, but I want to say thank you anyway, man. I really do appreciate it. Let's see it. And hey, Discount, sometimes YouTube actually will just stop the memberships. I know it's been a glitch for a while here. I never feel bad if people stop becoming members or they hop on. It doesn't really matter to me. I prefer people are, but you know what I mean. But I have noticed that sometimes it glitches out, and sometimes when I get in trouble with YouTube, they'll stop my memberships from going through. So, if I ever get into that gray area where maybe I'm talking too much politics from a conservative standpoint, or maybe I'm kind of like not 100% behind Ukraine and stuff like that, sometimes I have noticed that like my channel kind of weirds out a little bit. But sometimes it's just natural glitches that don't have anything to do with that as well. So it just kind of, it happens. Don't feel like it's almost like how sometimes you'll be subscribed with notifications, and then when I put out a video, you still won't be you still won't get the notifications. It's kind of like that. I'd probably say it was something more like that than the effect of me talking about. The last time my channel got in trouble was when I was talking about the Ukraine war. I was scrolling down a Twitter feed, and there was misinformation on said Twitter feed. And I was just scrolling down, so I don't know. But what do you call it? They saw that, and they gave my channel a strike. I had to do a little quiz and say how I'm so sorry and everything. It was wild, but I was like, okay, I don't want my channel to get taken down, so let's just do the quiz and get over it, right? What do I think about Bone Shiba Swap? Dude, I have no idea what that is. I don't really trade new tokens like that. I have never gotten a token on the ground level. Okay, like even when I bought into Dogecoin, it was like 0.0024 cents. Okay, so less than a penny, so it's a pretty good price. But there are people that got at it like 0.000 something or something like that. Typically for me, I don't get to tokens at that really ground level unless they're on an exchange that I like. And usually those exchanges are stuff like Fairdesk or Binance or whatever you can find. But it's very hard to get those tokens from me at those levels because I hate to swap. Usually the way I will do it is if I go over here to CoinMarketCap, if I see a token like, yeah, let's do this. Filters, add a filter, cap. Let's say we want to get something that's under 50 million. All right, apply filter, show results. All right. Now I already got stuff that's kind of in here. Let's go over here to something I don't have. Eternity. I don't know what this is, but it's Eternity, okay? So you have to go down, you have to scroll down, and you have to see where you can buy. And I can buy this on KuCoin, Binance, OKX, Gate.io, and it looks like a bunch of other exchanges because there's like different things here, right? Femex, whatever, even Crypto.com. So I'm gonna buy it there. I can, but if it's like not available on something like this, sorry guys, my mouth is I don't know what one of these may be. Maybe I have to go down a little bit further because I'm still seeing stuff that I've personally starred for potential long-term holds. I mean, like this one here, Flamingo. This was on Binance too. Jeez. Well, there are tokens where it's not hard to, it's not there to. Sorry, guys, I'm tired. There are still tokens there that that you cannot find on Binance's or the Fairdesk of the world. I usually don't even try to go after them because it's just too much of a hassle for me personally. I'm hoping it works out, but I'm willing to wait a little bit for it to actually get on said exchange. And usually when it gets put on the exchange that I'm looking at, they'll have some type of event saying, "Hey, you can get this new token for a discount or something. Buy it up." I think Fairdesk has like messages about it every now and again. Maybe they'll give it to you on email or something. Maybe there's an app message, but yeah, that's usually how I do it. NAB real time shadow banned. There are times when my channel has been shadow banned. I don't think it's being shadow banned right now. I just think, of course, the interest in cryptocurrencies has been going down. My channel has been shadow banned before, and it was in a very weird way. So the way that YouTube did it was, for those of you guys that don't know, I was one of the larger Dogecoin streamers way back in the day. And basically what ended up happening is, how if you go over to YouTube, let me go over here very fast and just open up an incognito window. It's not an incognito. Okay, so you can go over here and, you guys could type in Bitcoin live stream, whatever, and then you're going to try to look for my video, okay? There's Bitcoin live. I know the guy that runs it. He's pretty cool. You might go over here to live. There you go. So you just see live videos, okay? There's my live stream right there. Maybe there's my other live stream. There's my other live stream. There's my other live stream. I got a shit ton of live streams, except for not the live stream that I'm doing right now. But main point here: if you type this in a few times when there's like a lot of heavy Bitcoin traffic, nothing will show up. It'll say something to the effect of, there is nothing we can find that matches this description. They will block all of them, but that usually is not happening because of what I'm doing or what Bitcoin Live is doing or what Crypto Mickey is doing or any of these other people are doing right here. It's usually happening because of one thing in particular. And it's usually those Elon Musk scams. I'm not going to pull one up here, but I'm just going to scroll down. And you see how there's I don't really see any scams happening right now, right? I don't see any. There will be a lot of scams when the bull market kicks off again, and and by that I mean tons and tons of people are searching for Bitcoin. It's kind of the hysteria that we saw, kind of like altcoin season around that time, and they were really hunkered down on crypto channels quite a bit here. I used to remember there was a creator. His channel was like Crypto Batman or something. He was one of those guys that popped off, and then when the bull market dies down, they don't have enough money to continue going on. Which is kind of sad, but at the same time, you should have a way to make money outside of cryptocurrency, or, I made my money trading cryptocurrency. You build up a lot more credibility being able to do YouTube full time, but also just not making your money from YouTube, if that makes sense. I'm pretty transparent about the money I make. I usually make about between $1,000 and $2,000 a month from my actual YouTube channel. It's not necessarily that much, but I can live off of it technically because I have sponsorships. I have my own money I make through trading, and then I also just have all the educational content and stuff like that. Maybe I think eventually I'm going to be selling a course here, which I hope to have done probably by the end of the year. Maybe I'll have a New Year's special and make it like only $100 or something before I jump the price up to like $399 or something. But yeah, it depends. But yeah, I wouldn't say right now I'm being shadow banned, but I have seen it quite a bit before. I do like how there is some type of website that shows you if you're being shadow banned on Twitter. That was always pretty interesting there as well. And hey, Prince, I just left high school and here Florida jobs are paying 15 hours mostly. Yeah, exactly. So, that's not a lot of money. But, if you can work, find a cheap place to live, which is really the hardest thing because that usually requires some type of, you have to give up something in order to have a cheaper living style. That's what really sucks. But then you continue to grind or you go to, you figure out a trade. Most of my friends that have a good amount of money here with no student debt, they all became apprentices, and they just the only hardship they ever had to do as far as like a financial one was going into a bit of credit card debt to buy up all the tools they need. But it seemed like to them it was worth it because a few weeks in and you're already paying off all those those tools. What they fuck up is they buy all the fancy trucks with all the bells and whistles, and that's something that I never do. But some people love that new truck feel, right? And I can't blame them. I've been in some nice new trucks, and man, they are luxurious. I grew up driving a 1986 old school pickup truck with the stick shift. It was shitty, but it was my first official car. Then I had a Ford Explorer, which is another shitty car, like a 1994 model. And then I finally moved up to the one I have now, which is a 2013 Ford Fusion, which I wouldn't say is a luxurious car, but I mean it's pretty nice. And the inside has all the bells and whistles, even has the heated seats and the heated steering wheel and stuff like that, which is all kind of customized. But you know what? I don't have car debt, and that helps out a lot, especially when you're looking to travel and stuff like that, and you want to spend money. Ask anybody on the channel. I usually blow through my money going on vacations. That's why I lose a little bit of fiscal responsibility. We all have our weak spots, and traveling is definitely mine. And in Mystic Ruin, I found your channel during that Dogecoin. A lot of people did. Hey, I'll show you guys something pretty fun here. Because I had a bit of subscribers before the Dogecoin bull run, but I have to say it really went up a lot higher when it actually when the bull run started. So this is my YouTube channel subscriber growth over the last 28 days. But if I go over here to lifetime, you guys can still kind of see it. Right, I had some viewers from 2019. I wasn't really full-time on YouTube. What I was doing is I was just making videos, having fun. And then right here in 2019, where it kind of popped up again, I was doing Seattle vlogging. I just like to walk around Seattle, kind of show what the city's about. And then this pop was right here, I think during some riots, where I was covering some big riots in Seattle. I don't know if that was the Chaz riots. Capitol Hill Autonomous Zone. Yeah, Chaz riots. I don't know. No, that was in 2020. Never mind. But yeah, so what do you call? I was covering a lot of the protests and stuff going on. It was a wild time. I went through there and it was fucking sketchy. But yeah, so there we go. And then of course Dogecoin took off right here, and then stagnation as the market kind of went sour, and then it started going back up once I started moving over to educational content, just talking more normally and not burning myself out. And then you saw recently over the past few months, my channel has been taking off quite a bit here. Due to live streams, me having a lot more fun with the content, and me buying up a lot of pieces to make better content, better videos, like the $2,000 camera, this little lighting thing here, letting you guys see my TV, which is also showing the Bitcoin stream, showing Bitcoin fall, just like we're seeing right here. But yeah, it's been pretty nice. And Loki's over here hopping on my chair, trying to get me to play with him again. But yeah, things have been working out so far, so good. And Hennessy Black, Bitcoin bin? I do not know. Let me actually check that out very quick here. Loki's like circling me like a freaking shark. Yeah, he is still around. Yep, still around. But he only has 4,000 subscribers. So, but even him, he invested in some equipment here for a microphone and stuff. It's maybe not the best microphone, but it works. I mean, my microphone costs $400. I would say that's overkill, but man, is it nice. I can control everything from this microphone. I got a mixer in here. I can change my headphone levels, my here you go, the decibels of the actual thing as well. Equalizer, I can add more bass to my voice if I really wanted to. I have a compressor over here. It's really nice. Do you have to go to this overkill? No, But you know me, I'd rather buy something I know is going to last for a long time and spend all the money for it, and then eventually, I don't have to keep buying stuff. I don't have to get the more expensive one over and over again. Um, yeah, there's not many of the original crypto channels still around because they focus too much on the hype, and that hype can really have devastating effects when the crypto market obviously starts to go back down. See, and no worries, Stargo Words. If you want to buy them, you want to buy tokens like that, dude, always go for it, but just make sure that you're not investing too much. Honestly, it's always about the proportionality. Just don't overdo it, and you'll be just fine. The Dogecoin streams in the beginning were always lit. Oh yeah, it's because people doubted Dogecoin. You remember how much hate Dogecoin got in the beginning? People hated that thing, and then all of a sudden there was a big crowd of people that bought into it. Then everybody started to hype it because everybody owned it. And when it started to drop, everybody flew out of it so fast. And I was like, fair enough. I sold it on the way up, and I got a lot of hate for it. So why would I feel like I need to be like losing money for Dogecoin? Dogecoin's there to make me money, not the other way around. Uh, yeah, I think his channel got deleted for some reason. I mean, you've seen it happen a lot. Remember there was a crypto creator last year who scammed a bunch of people. Um, I forgot his name. Chris Crypto is the new name of the channel, or Chris Pax, whatever it is. Yeah, he's changed his name a lot. Oh, he even grew his beard back so we couldn't see what he is. But I mean, he's still posting Dogecoin. He has 4.66 subscribers, just like Bitcoin Bitten, and he's what do you call? He lost his channel because YouTube banned him for scamming. A lot of people flooded YouTube saying, "How can you let this scammer still stay on YouTube?" And then boom, he was taken off. He made a new channel, and even after all that, he had a lot of subscribers. After all that, he's down to getting 4,000, 5,000 subscribers, and he only has 428 videos, right? So, can I go to oldest? Dogecoin at McDonald's, simple ads. At the beginning, he had a video saying, "I'm so sorry and I apologize," right? But what do you call? It's be very, very careful who you want to partner with if you're going to do an exchange token. I've had people say they'd buy an exchange token from me and they do stuff. I don't understand how it all works, so I've never done it. Maybe I'll do it in the future. But even then, I feel like from what I've heard, and I follow a guy on Twitter called ZachXHBT, something like that. I forget his name, I'm sorry. But he's a really honest guy that kind of tracks down scams and stuff like that. From what I understand, you really have to have a lot of good security to protect your tokens and the tokens that are held by the actual entity that is going to be selling them off and things like that. So I'm not really knowledgeable enough, and I'll frankly admit I'm not knowledgeable enough, which means I need to get some people that can help me out. But then I would have to heavily vet those people that help me out. It would just be a fucking process, and who has the time for such things? Because I feel like if I was going to spend that much time on a project, I would want to make a lot of money. And the goal of making a token, I mean, it is technically to make money, but it just doesn't feel right, because I feel like a lot of people are going to lose money because when a token goes in the market, usually it comes down, doesn't it? And then eventually it pops back up. I'm always a little bit more cautious, and I don't want to go down that roller coaster because I feel like it would be a bad situation, and I don't want to open myself up for that potential headache / head chopping off moment where like, uh-oh, I messed up somehow, and things can get bad. And this is probably the hardest market ever to learn how to trade in. It was a lot easier, of course, during the last bull market we've had over the past 10 years. Typically, what I would say is right now, if you're not making money, just switch everything over to paper trading and then continue to accumulate into longer term investments. By the time you know how to trade, usually those investments will be doing just fine. This could be on stuff like Apple, or it could be Bitcoin, or it could be Google, or it could be Nvidia, Ethereum, whatever. Stable investments, more stable investments. Or, for heaven's sakes, you can do 6-month bonds or T-bills out there if you want to do those as well. You can buy them through your TD Ameritrades, Fidelity, E-Trade. You can buy them all through there. It's not a hard thing to do. and you can actually call them up and they'll guide you through the process if you're really struggling to do it, which is totally fine. They have all really good support systems. Um, but anyway, I would really just flip everything over to paper trading. Honestly, paper trading is where there's no risk to you. Of course, you're not making any money, but you are gaining very much needed experience because this market is very unpredictable. There are times when you think things are going to go your way, but the news kicks off, and even a lot of the traders like me, we've been getting demolished every now and again for not having stop losses that are close enough because news comes out and Bitcoin soars, and all of a sudden our shorts are like just getting demolished. Paper trading is definitely the easiest way to go. And then from there, you'd probably just want to start learning about some basic tools on TradingView, like moving averages. It can be smart money concepts. It could even be scalping. I just put up a scalping tutorial today. Go to my main page whenever you get a chance and watch that video. See if that strategy works for you with paper trading. I would test it out on Bitcoin, okay? Because stocks are a little bit more difficult, especially if you're not going to be trading options, which are a whole other hassle to learn, right? With the thetas and the deltas and stuff like that, the Greeks. And I would probably try to do paper trade positions, 10x trade, 5x trades with $100, and just see how they do. I won't go into it too much, but perhaps I still have it on here. Add layout. Testing for YouTube tutorial. It might still be on here from the video I made a couple days ago. Today, actually. There we go. Okay. Here's one. So the process is every time we break down below this envelope here, this is the Lux Algo Watson envelope, the following green candle, you buy. So you buy right here, it's oversold. Your stop loss is going to be the outer line right here, all right? So you have your stop loss right here, or you can have it right here, depending on where you want it to go. And then you trade it up to a level of resistance, or you can trade it up to wherever you want to. The level of resistance here was right about there, so you sell it right there. And so you're in and out. This is 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45 minutes before it hit. So that's kind of what I would say. On the other side, if it closes above here and it then comes back down, that's going to be a shorting opportunity. We have so my bands are usually like I said, I don't want as many signals, but when I do have a signal, I want it to be meaningful and I want to be able to trade that signal with some type of certainty that I'm going to be making money off of it. So we haven't had that just yet. Right here we had one. Overbought, closed above it, stop loss. After the close, you buy, and then you go to that next level of resistance, which at this point was right around here. So you might not have gotten actually the whole amount, all the money, but you would have been able to see what happens there. But that didn't work there, didn't do anything there. Here's one, close down, open back up, you good. And then the envelope doesn't go back and forever, but yeah. So I might try that. You could also try it with the 15-minute chart. Happened right here. That one was pretty nice. That resistance level was kind of around here, I guess, right around there. It worked out. It worked out. One right here that worked out for a little bit. Happened right here. That one worked out okay. Happened right here. That one worked out okay. It's barely, but it worked. This one worked out okay. That one worked out okay. Got close, but didn't work out. And the envelope stops. But yeah, I mean that might be something you look into. Usually, I don't have all the strategies on YouTube, but I'm putting more and more on there. I do think if you kind of go across my channel, others, you look at them, but paper trade them and test them out and see how you like them. Because some of them will do repainting, some of them will do you're gonna have different variations of success, and you're gonna have to learn how to tune all of those indicators basically onto different stocks and cryptocurrencies. Sometimes an indicator will work very well with the basic settings on Bitcoin, but maybe those same basic settings might not work if you're trading Tesla on a 5-minute chart. So you have to be able to adjust those and make those types of changes. But for now, switch over to paper trading. Don't worry about making money. Just worry about learning how to become a profitable trader. It'll help you out so much more. Somebody messaged me. Somebody did snap me. That's okay, though. Worry about that later on. And no worries, Discan. I will see you tomorrow. And tomorrow I'll be streaming at 6 o'clock. Today I couldn't stream when I wanted to because my grandmother visited me. But what do you call? I should be back to normal tomorrow. I remember a lot more crypto channels back in 2021, most gone. Well, remember, back in those times, people were getting paid to stay home. So why not make a YouTube channel while you're getting paid to stay home? It was a pretty cool community back then. How is Final Stand doing? So Final Stand, he kind of went full on conservative talk show host person. Like if you go over to Twitter or X, I guess is what it's called nowadays, and you go over to Final Stand. I think his name isn't Final Stand. I think his name is what's the guy's name though? I want to say William Wallace, but I know it's not William Wallace. Let me type in Final Stand. Matt Wallace is his name. Okay, Matt. Yeah, so CEO of Twitter, Elon Musk Council, turn the notifications on. Epstein's Island loyalty reward program, right? So that's not something a crypto guy would just be posting out of nowhere. Right, so Epstein didn't kill himself. I don't know what the hell's going on right now, but all he's doing is like posting, like, stuff. New video passing. Like, I'm pretty sure this is an old video, but what do you call? It's definitely not cryptocurrency. Let's just say that, okay? So, not cryptocurrency. Whatever all this stuff is. Yeah, right. That looks to be a nuke in a video game or something like that, right? But yeah, so he's definitely kind of gone off to a crazy spot. But oh yeah, so now let's go over and check out some cryptocurrencies that I can buy here, and then we can see which ones you guys want me to buy. For today, let's have a budget of around $350. We'll do another $350 next week. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually take off my head here so we're not looking at it. And then I'm going to drag this over here so I can see what's going on a little bit easier. And then we're going to go through this list very fast. Anything that's above 5% today, we will not invest in because I don't want to buy it necessarily at a larger expense. If you guys are really passionate about something, I mean, for heaven's sakes, I will, because it's not, it's a long-term play. But sometimes I just like to see everything be green. So for now, we're going to go up to start with a 31%. Tokens, we're going to come down here and then right here, okay? So if you guys see anything that you like, please let me know, and I will actually add it on here to the long-term portfolio, and I'll be investing about $25 to $50 a piece on these, depending on how many people want me to buy something. And you guys get to control this week's because I wasn't available to do it on Thursday. So if you guys see anything on this list that's under 5%, even Lena and Dot, if you wanted to, let me know and we can start to accumulate some positions on theirs, okay? Do you trust Trust Wallet? Not much anymore. I usually like to go cold wallets, but I have not used Trust Wallet in years. Okay, but here are some of the plays that you guys can choose, okay? Do you guys want me to invest in Dot for the long term? Lena, Algo, Tomo. There's Band over here. There's Near. There's CeeLo, XRP. Jesus, they're switching up at me as we speak. Kava, CeeLo, Cyber. Cyber is something I've been interested in. Maybe I'll buy some of that. It just has a high price, $6. Front, SEI, Bell, XLM. Do you say R&DR? I don't know if they have it here. I can check it out though. They do have R&DR, and it's actually down a little bit. So let me check out the chart very fast. Oh my god, look at that pump though. Oh my lord, that thing's had a really nice move from 196 up to 248. We can still buy it for sure, but my god, get prepared for this to come down quite a bit, and then we're going to be looking at this in a few weeks, and it's going to come all the way back down here, and it'll be down like 24%. But yeah, I could toss in $25 into this, no problem. It'll be nice to keep track of what's going on here. So let me just do this very fast. Let's go over here, type in, not 250, 25. My available balance right now is $1,300, and we're kind of up like $400 so far. Right here, and I will go long on that one for you right there. Alrighty. Now exit back out here. Does it still? And there you go. Okay. Bell, XLM. We got OMG over here. We got Hot, Ton, Arbitrum, EGLD is interesting. True, Wild, CFX, C98, Ethereum Classic as always, IOTA, ADA. What was this? KNC got lit. You know what I can do? Hold on a second here. I may be able to do this method. There we go. I can have my head right here so I can kind of keep it in the middle of the screen. This is my new setup for a tutorial. So that way I can keep my head in there, but it's a nice little circle, so it's not the big box that takes up everything. We're seeing a lot of movement right now in a couple of these things. Lit, Jasmy, CFX, Clay, Link, BAT, T, HFT, API 3. I'm going to add some of this here. How does this look on the weekly charts, though? It's the daily chart. See, a lot of this stuff's already popped, but at least it's at a level of resistance. How's the weekly chart look for this one? It's still good enough. I'm going to add 25 bucks into this one as well. 25. Alright, might be an open order though. No, it went through. Okay. Now we're only down a little off of it. That's fine. And you're talking about Rune? They do got Rune here. Dude, Rune's up 13%. I don't think I would buy that today, especially because it's heading up for levels of resistance. But I can do a smaller position of 20 bucks in it, just to make sure that I can add more to it down the road. I think that'd probably be the best thing to do here because it is up quite a bit. And usually I don't buy my long terms on days where they're really popping off high. But again, I won't kill us to add a small position right now, and just remind me next week to add more to it. Hopefully it's come back down a little bit, and we should be fine. This Gala's only down because of what it did last week. It popped up a lot. UNFI, this one's also having a nice little pop, coming back down quite a bit. This one's actually been going up higher and higher since it listed a few weeks ago. Yeah, back in July it was only 340. Now it's up to 935. That's actually not too bad. Let's see. And hey, Mystic Rune, if you think LQT, wait, is LQTY on here? Maybe I'll add some of that. Let me add some of this, whatever this is here. I want to see how it does in the long run here. So let's add another 25 bucks here. Hopefully I can buy something that hasn't popped yet, because we're not having any luck with that. Yeah, let me go over here and type that out very fast. LQTY. It's right there though. We got it. Okay, let's have that's on the how is that on the weekly chart? Still pumping. It looks like it actually pumped all the way up here to 228, so probably not a bad idea to buy it now. Nice little dip and rip here. This one seems a little bit more optimistic because I don't think it's pumped up so much, but again, it has gone from 78 cents to 175. Maybe I'll toss in $50 into something like this. All right, there we go. See how that one works out. Exit out of this one right here. Anything else over here? INJ, BNT. Core doesn't seem to have much volume, and same with Lux. Lux has a very small amount of volume here. What's up with this? Oh, this is something what I'm looking at. See how we just had the breakout here and we're testing out the support? This is kind of what I'm normally looking at for something more of a longer term trade. I'll add 50 bucks to this one, but I actually don't know about this one compared to some of the ones that you were talking about. So let me just go over here very fast and just look to see what it actually is. Looks 0.069. What's it? Excuse me. Coin. I had Chipotle for lunch and I'm burping up a burrito bowl. I'm dieting and so I can't have the tortillas. It sucks. But again, a burrito bowl, still pretty tasty. Okay. So this has stuff to do with NFTs. Okay, so this is interesting. Normally I don't invest in NFTs, but you know what? I will do so just because it seems interesting. Earn up to 8.4% APY with Lux. Commit Lux tokens to earn a share of daily trading fees. Become an affiliate. I can become an affiliate? Oh, fancy. Collections, win awards. So can I find out, like, is there an about section? About tokenomics. Maybe tokenomics is going to be what I'm looking for. Business. APYL, docs, bug bounty audits, dev discord, tokenomics. Okay, Lux is a native fungible token for the Lux Rare protocol. It's a transferable representation of the utility function specified in Lux Rare protocol and code, where it is designed solely to be used as an my head out of the way, sorry guys. Designed solely to be used as an interoperable utility token. Strategic sale, liquidity management, founding team, system, community, airdrop, staking rewards, volume rewards. Okay. And governance coming in the future. I wonder when they launched. They say day 0, but not actually the date of which everything kind of went live. But I mean, I think it'd be okay to do a position here. All right, so let's go over here. Let's do a larger position on this one. Oh shit! Fuck shit! 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 Look at all these positions we just did. 20x leverage, 20x leverage, 20x leverage. Yeah, not what we need to do. So let's do a quick close for these. Quick close. I'll take the losses on those, no problem. It's not like it's gonna kill me for a couple pennies here. Oh god, I totally forgot about that one. See, when you're streaming, you totally forget about some of the basic stuff here. Okay, let's go with the 2x play here. Let's go with the $50 buy-in. All right, now the other ones that we were looking at just now, I got some UNF, whatever this stuff was called. 20 bucks in here. Confirm. Buying that one right there. Okay. Now the other ones that we also got were RNDR. $20 there. It defaults that 20x. Confirm. Buy long. And then the one you were just talking about here is blur because it looks like looks as it's okay. I would actually try to see. I would bet against looks. I would bet for looks just to see if it's able to really do something good there. Especially if everything picks up, they'll probably get more money just by the share of it, right? The high leverage can get you a lot, and they do that purposefully, all exchanges, because they want you to be trading with more fees. Now, if you realize it and you shut the position fast, you're usually fine. But sometimes you're day trading and you use a lot of capital, like trading $1,000 at a 20x leverage. That shit shows really fast. We'll do a fun little day trade here in a second, so I can show you what I mean there. And you said blur. Let me go. I'm pretty sure blur is on here though. Yeah, blur. Okay. Yeah, there you go. It's coming back down a lot as well. I probably would want to buy this later on in the week, but who knows if it'll pop off before then. So I'll add another 50 bucks on here to see what's going on. Let's go over here to 2x leverage. All right, and then we can just go above it. Okay. So let me find something that's actually going up quite a bit right now. So let's see. So this PolyX one right here, this is probably consolidating or something. Let's go to the 5-minute chart. There's so many things you could be scrolling right now. This isn't really doing anything at the moment, so let me actually choose something else. ID token. That's not really doing anything at this moment as well. I was hoping to find something that was actually on the verge of a breakout. Now Rune isn't doing anything. TRB? I don't actually have a position. There's not really much volatility. Let's go to the 4-hour chart. No, it's already had its pop. STMX, I have a position. I can't go back into that one. SKL. Yeah, I missed that pop right there. That nice little breakout. So hopefully I can do a scalp or something, but it doesn't seem like there's many opportunities. Everything's already popping off and they're leaving me behind. Kava, that's something that's pretty tough from time to time. That already popped too. Okay, so maybe we might have to wait till tomorrow. Everything's popping right now. How's Bitcoin? I mean, like, I'm looking at the trading view charts, and I see everything is mostly down as far as these altcoins are concerned. You know, not like more than a percent, like a, 0.5%, maybe 1 or 8 tokens, 1.88%. That's because it popped up a while ago, last few days. But this is a 5-minute chart, so still within the same day. Other side, brief, TYDX, FTM, 1,000 Pepe, whatever the fuck that went. There you go. No. Yeah, nothing's really looking to break out. I'm just choosing the things that have like no shot of breaking out in a really bad order. RLC perhaps $1.17. That's not a bad price. Just anything. This is something right here. Now I don't like that little breakdown that it had, but it's still moving up higher. The daily chart still seems to be fine, I assume. Hitting a level of resistance here. You know, a trade like this is where I might be having more fun. So what I might do is the fact that we broke down there doesn't really make me happy. But like we can check on this trade tomorrow to see kind of which way it went. So we can do a 20x $100 trade at the 1.174, okay. Buy long again, 20x leverage. We'll have that stop loss be way down here at 1.156. What am I missing here? I gotta zoom out. This is hurting. Oh, I about 250x left, and that's why I'm not being able to see anything. Oh, there we go. That's the stop loss. It was just hidden away. Okay, so I'm looking for 1.156. 1.156. That'd be a 30% loss or $30.65 loss. Okay. And then, see, that could easily hit too. That's the thing that sucks. But if I go back over here to the 4-hour, I want to see if we can just break out and hit that next level of resistance at 122. Now, technically, it's a little bit higher than that, like 122.6, but I think 122 would be perfect for mine. So take profit to be 1.22. That's going to give me 78 bucks a profit if it works, or 78%. Hit OK. So now, no matter what happens, I know I'm losing $30-something or I'm making $70-something. And that ratio that you guys can see is pretty, it's there. It's fine. We'll see if it pops or not. Probably should have done a little bit more technical analysis, but with those leverage plays, it can be just kind of fun. And you could already see that one position. It's already down $6. Now again, I'm not really risking a lot of money. It's $30. I'll live. That was I bought 2 cocktails last night. No, Saturday night when I took my sister out to a nice dinner in Tacoma when she was visiting. And I think her drink was like $9 because it was a mocktail. Because she's not 21. And my drink was like $18 because they did the smoke infused show with it, which I love the smoke inside of some bourbons. So you get a really nice bourbon, you infuse the smoke into it. It was a little pricey, but you know it's already down 8%, which is why I was like, eh. But yeah, we'll see how it all turns out. But those leverage positions, oh my god, they really do hurt here. Smooth trading, accurate copy trading. You can always trust Fairdesk. Anything really top gainers? Yeah, really the Rune and the Pawnex here. ID token. Anything else here? I thought they were having a contest, but I think the contest already ended. Let me see. There's like this little thing right here on the right hand side of the screen. This already ended though, right? Oh no, I guess it's still going on. They have a bunch of trading competitions here. Model X I-15. Ooh, Rolex. Oh, I would love to try this Rolex. I've been one of those people that will never buy a Rolex because I just don't see the value of it. But if I can get a Rolex for free, oh, I don't even know it's free. I'm paying a lot of extra fees to trade. Miami hotels at 1,000 USTD instead. I would choose the 1,000 USTD. Flying out to Miami is over $1,000 in itself. Ski trip to the Alps are 8,000 USTD. I take the $8,000 there. 14 days Antarctic cruise. I take 20,000 USD instead because I can't literally leave Loki alone for like 14 days. Lifelong VIP Plus or Ducati. I'd probably actually do the motorcycle and just sell it. Rolex though looks absolutely beautiful. But you have to trade over $1 million in volume, which isn't necessarily hard because if you trade with 100x leverage with $1,000, you're already at $100,000 right there, and do that 10 times. It's very easy. But right now, we're at 15 billion, and I'm not entirely sure what $15 billion does as far as opening everything up. Oh, starting at 8 a.m. or on the 11th of each month. Oh, okay, I see how this works out. So yeah, if you guys want to earn some money, it looks like it's fine. Do I have any of these coupons? No. What I typically do for fun is I don't really do the trading competitions as much. They have a thing called Arena V2. And so what you do is, it almost reminds me of those old binary option days where everybody was trying to sell binary options. But you're looking at a Bitcoin 1 minute chart, and you're trying to see if Bitcoin is going to be up or down based off of where the current price is. So normally what you would do is you go over here to the Bitcoin charts over here. You'd say, okay, well, Bitcoin is starting to stagnate a little bit. Maybe we're going to have a reversal. This is me just talking out of my ass here because I haven't done the technical analysis. But I'll be like, hey, let me bet $5 that Bitcoin's going to be bullish off of this price right here. So if Bitcoin closes above this line right here, then I will make about $3 in profit plus my original $5. If it closes down below that level, then I will lose the $5 I invested. Okay. Now I just took a quick little peek and I wanted to see if this will work out. Who knows if it will, honestly, guys, but I'm not the best when it comes to scalping on the minute chart. 5 minute chart, sure. They actually do have 5 minute charts, and they have Ethereum and ADA and Solana and Chili's here. For me, I've always just kind of done Bitcoin, but it'll show you. See, if I make it, it'll be 3.1% or 3.2 whatever amount. The odds are right there, 0.63 odds. It's not like it's going to be, the odds are going to be so crazy just because of how should I say it? It's not like it's a horse racing where you have a whole bunch of other people. But we got 30 seconds left. We'll see if it does. You get a lot of hope, and it comes back down. You're like, uh-oh, now you're just hoping it can hold. But again, it's $5. I'll survive. But yeah, it's pretty fun to kind of watch it. So we can watch it for the next few seconds and see if if I make $3 or if I lose $5. Going up a little bit higher. This is why it's always important, I think, in my opinion, to be looking at the Bitcoin charts on TradingView, because it looks so much better in my opinion than whatever they have here. I don't know if there is a way to change it. No, I don't think there is. I was wondering if there was a way to change this. So, I made $8.21. So that's the $3.21, and then on top of that, you made back the $5 originally. So it didn't make $8 profit. I made only like $3 profit. And you see right after, it dipped back down, and then it went right back up. So I do that for fun every now and again, but I use the 1 minute chart because I do enjoy it a little bit. But that's just me. I would not play with that too much because it can be a little bit addictive. I think that's why crypto exchanges have those, to be frank, is because they are really fun to trade. So if you do this and you want to have it, they have a position right here that's like literally 50 cents. Do the 50 cents ones a lot and have fun with it. But if you're not confident, don't go up to 20, 50, because you can go as much as you want to here. You can really go high. I've done some ones where like I was drunk and I was like, let's have some fun, because it was my version of gambling. And I'd be doing $50 bets. So don't do $50 bets on this one. Because you can put, if you like here, I'll show this to you very fast. I need to back up out of this. So 5 cents here. We're at a support level. We're breaking down. Let me see if I can kind of time this a little bit appropriately. So you see how I hit bullish right here? Let's just see how I think it's going to go up right now. That's a 2-hour chart. Yeah, you'd really want to wait a few more seconds, but it's okay. Let's just do a couple minutes. So I could hit like bullish, confirm. I could hit this multiple times, right? So now I have 3 50-cent trades, which is $1.50. Don't feel bad if I lose this money. I'd still be walking with some profit based off of the other trade. And then you see where it can go. I don't know how it works initially, because you see current round. I don't think it would allow me to do a position so close to the last round. But we'll see. Maybe now it's the current round. I don't know exactly how that works. I should probably study that. But I think there's like different levels. Like so. I'm a current rank of silver, but I think it started off at bronze or something. Maybe. Yeah, and so it said I wasn't credited money, so it has this little countdown right here. 48 seconds, 47 seconds, right? So when when this is hit 0, I guess that's when I get my money, or I lose my money, right? But this type of live trading is always kind of fun. Naturally, I'm a pretty conservative trader. Oops, and then I like to scalp a lot too. Um, but these can be always kind of volatile. And one of the things that I think is always interesting is you see how there's a Binance one right here, and then there's a Bybit one there as well. There's a slight difference. Binance is at 327, 34,327. Bybit is at 34,343. Okay, and this one right here, I think it's like this is at 34,317. So it's not that one and it's not that one. It's a whole different price, which is kind of confusing to me sometimes. But overall, there we go. 82 cents, 82 cents, 82. Yeah, it's fun. It's really fun. But that's how I usually like to have fun trading. Because to me, this is a little bit easier than scalping sometimes. But with scalping, you're paying volume, you're paying fees on the trading volume, especially if you guys are using larger amounts of leverage. But you're allowed to have a stop loss, and if your position doesn't work out, you know how much you're going to lose. With this, you still know how much you're going to lose, but you are going to lose all of it if you do lose, right? I don't want to intentionally lose money for you guys, but my point being, this is a more risky way to trade. I would only do this for fun, like 50 cents, dollars. I would not go heavy unless you guys are experienced at trying to play these small positions here like I am. And even then, you can still get hit hard by, last minute it drops down, then it pops back up. It's not market manipulation, just like a new position just popped up right there, and then you're out of luck, right? So just be careful with it if you guys want to go down that road. Otherwise, the regular pages are usually pretty well here. And now we have a bunch more positions open, and we're going to be watching those ones pretty closely, and I'll probably add some more here over the next few days as we're kind of looking at more stuff to buy. What's right here? Did you see how that Dogecoin millionaire ran like a dog between his legs? Yeah, I think Mystic Ray was actually just talking about that too. He was trying to shill a scam token a few months ago. Guys, again, there are tons of scammers in this space. Just be careful with it. There's really not much any one YouTuber can do. The SEC doesn't usually tend to go after these guys all too much unless they become very, very good at scamming. If they scam once or twice, I don't think they actually have the resources to go after them. Do you guys remember? I don't really know how long ago it was now, but there was. I'm gonna make my head a little bit larger. That's not making my head larger. There you go. There we go. Do you guys remember? I think it was like 5-6 months ago, maybe even more now. Do you guys remember there was a large Discord trading group called Atlas Trading? They were scamming their Discord members left and right by buying up a whole bunch of shit stocks, so like meme stocks, then pumping them up with the Discord, and everybody would go in and buy, and then they would sell off their positions for much higher amounts of money. And those people were around for, I think, 5, 6, 7 years, because I knew some of them at the beginning of their Discord channel. I was there at the beginning of their Discord channel. I was never a mod or anything on it, but I was friends with some of their mods. They came from another Discord channel from another YouTuber called I think his name was like Cam the Man or something. He was a big trader. He hired me to do some social media work for him, but he never paid me, so it really sucks. It was like my first job in the stock market YouTube world, which is one of the reasons I kind of am where I'm now. Cam the Man, I think that's what his name was. There it is. Yeah, here it is. So it looks like he hasn't posted in a year. He might still have a Discord channel here, but I mean, he used to have lives. There you go. Yeah, he hasn't streamed in 9 months here, but he had 1,000 views for his live. 1K to $30 million channel. He used to have a Discord. I don't know if it's still up or if it got taken down for breaking rules and stuff. More about this channel. Yeah, there's nothing here. Normac, I was there when this logo was made. I was the person that helped him get it made. Mac Newell Trading. Yeah, here we go. So that Atlas group was originally part of this one, but he tried to charge for his Discord channel, and the other guys did a rebellion. They took most of the users, the Discord away from me. It's like, hey, we're gonna go start a new Discord channel. You want to come join ours? And boom. Yeah, it was wild. Like, what do you call chat room? I agree, maybe. Yeah. And even now, oh, I can't get into it for whatever reason, but it's they still have 65,000 members, so it's still hopping here. So you know, there's a lot of scammers out there. And hey, Puma, yeah, so I think Dogecoin on Mars is something I'm holding for quite a bit of time. I do think it's going to have one of those parabolic rises. It's going to be required that Dogecoin also has a pretty big move. So if Dogecoin is going back up hundreds of percents to go back up towards $1, or even just 60 cents, 70 cents, you know, I do think Dogecoin on Mars has the potential to go up like 10,000% plus. It is definitely more of a long shot to get up there, of course, but I would still say I'm holding for a nice long pump when it comes to Doge on Mars, especially with all the news around Elon Musk, him tweeting about Dogecoin still and things like that. I think it'll go a long way for the price, but it's something that I tend to want to hold for a long-term period, and by that I mean I probably won't sell before halfway through 2024. So if we do go into some crazy bull market or something like that, even if there's a recession in the stock market, whatever, if we do have a full-on bull market where we have an altcoin season, I will be selling mine next year. But if we don't have a full-on bull market next year, I will not be selling it. So it really depends on the market environment here. It's something that I believe in for a very long-term hold, not something I'd just be holding for a few weeks, unless of course there was some type of trade set up like that. We're not looking at that right now. We're seeing those nice little pops, but nothing compared to an altcoin season, of course. But yeah, I'm holding onto it for a long term because I do think it'll at least go up thousands of percent, which won't be hard for something that low market cap. Hi, Michael. Is that available on the iOS app? If you're talking about Fairdesk, yeah, there's an iOS app. Jesus. Just the face. Do I have fair? Oh, there it is. Okay. Sorry, I've been moving everything around on my phone, so I have all these folders now, and I don't know exactly what's in the folders. So you see it's kind of loading right here. So it'll show you, your account balance. It'll show all that type of stuff, and then you can make your trades, take your money off. You can go over here to, shit, I can't. Okay, there you go. Go through trade, and then all the stuff I just showed you. It'll show you the positions that I'm up, positions I'm down. And it'll show you all that type of good stuff. Sorry, now the microphone's actually my hand's blocking the microphone. But yeah, so it's a pretty good app. It'll go through all your assets. It'll have a nice little home screen and everything like that. It's a pretty nice app. Now, just to be frank, Fairdesk does sponsor this channel, so I do let you guys know that I like using them. I do stuff with them all the time, like this stuff right here with what do you call it? The long-term trading. They're not paying me for that, but because they are sponsoring me, I am doing it technically on their platform. But that's just because I figured I talk with you guys a lot about this exchange. Might as well just do everything on here, because if I go between exchanges, different exchanges have different vibes, and some exchanges I like, and some exchanges really drive me nuts with their user interface. Fairdesk, their user interface is nice, which is why I actually let them sponsor me, because I usually get quite a few sponsor offers. I'm not the biggest YouTube channel, but I'm definitely not the smallest. And I usually turn them down if they're not going to make this streaming experience that I'm doing better for myself and for you guys. You guys know that I almost had a deal with TradingView. I'm still waiting on it, but they wanted me to do some stuff without paying me. And I was like, why would I do that? And so I'm waiting for their response to see if they're actually going to try to get me to do something for them for free, or if they will, if they'll pay me to do some work for them, because I'm not going to do the work for free. I I guess I have the time to do the work, but I'm not doing it for free. I'd rather help out somebody else. Like I'm talking to a brand right now that has some merchandise when it comes to actually cryptocurrency and stuff like that. They're a pretty nice guy. Let me see if I can find that conversation I was having. I don't want to share private conversations without the guy's permission, but I can find the Twitter page here. And the main reason I'm about to partner up with these guys is because, can I just type in his name? They're local though, so they're pretty close to where I live, and I don't really see many people doing that. Here's the website. So don't buy anything yet because they're not sponsored to the channel, but I will be doing some free giveaways here pretty soon, I think, with some of their apparel. So you guys can get, NFT tokens or a Bitcoin bundle. So you can actually have some real physical stuff because everything we tend to buy in the cryptocurrency world happens to be digital. But what do you call? Stuff like this. For me, maybe I would give out some NFT coins and stuff like that and holographic cards, which I think would be pretty fun. But really, where I think that I would like to give you guys the most free stuff is I like the t-shirts. Like, look at these things. XRP, I want this shirt. I want this shirt so bad. Look at that. I can't even zoom in too much. But that one right here. Cardano one looks pretty nice. Ethereum one looks pretty nice as well. So, Bitcoin, Senpai, I don't know. Oh, that Bitcoin one right there looks good. Dogecoin right here, I'd probably like that one as well. So what do you call it? It's pretty nice. I'm much more of a clothing person than the normal merch stuff, right? I have coins somewhere. They get lost with all my weed and stuff. Oh, here it is. See? Like, here. Just the face. I don't know if I can open this sucker up at this point. There we go. Like, I have Dogecoins. Got tons of these little metal coins like this, just because I can. There's no particular reason. They cost money, but I enjoy having them. And, but, they're in these nice little plastic cases that they're normally. But I'm not so much of a collector that I'm just going to leave them in there. Fuck that. But yeah, so got a lot of shit. But there is one thing here, this accessories thing. I'm going to see if I can give one of these away. They got these like floating coin displays and levitating coin display. These seem great. So as I kind of get my YouTube studio fixed up and things like that, I will be having some more fun stuff here. And I have this one desk here that kind of goes up and down. It's electronic. I do also have another desk in my garage, which I hope to film other videos. That desk is where I would think I would want to have some stuff like this for the coin display or the acrylic coin display. Probably this LED acrylic one, and then maybe this levitating one, and then you guys could have some fun with that, or just you guys would be enjoying looking at it, but you guys get what I'm saying. Let's see, sorry, commercial came on. What kind of giveaways and how do I get one? Oh, Hennessy, don't worry about it just now. They're not real gold, as far as I know. That would be kind of expensive. I own a little bit of real gold, and it is definitely expensive. Go with the sterling silver. They seem to be much more affordable as far as I'm concerned. And the value seems to be there a little bit better. As far as that website, they're not sponsoring me just yet, but I'm excited to start working with them soon. The way I told them how I wanted to structure the sponsorship is basically the next time Bitcoin breaks out, how there's a lot more viewers that kind of go rushing into my videos and my content. We're probably going to have it then. And then what I'm going to have set up is Nightbot. And there's an active giveaway thing right here. And so what I could do is channel member gets no luck. I might give channel members like 2 times more likely, I think, because they do support the channel. And then users active within the last 5 minutes eligible to win. Maybe I'll make it the last 10 minutes because sometimes people don't talk. I roll it. There are no eligible users. See, I got to figure out how to get this set back up to my account though. Regular members, users. Yeah, I don't know how to do this. Roll it. There are no eligible users to win the giveaway. I don't know. I would have to figure this out, or See, I see you guys' messages. Mystic Runes, so many scammers. Sorry, commercial came on. So it sees your guys' messages. It sees them right there. And it has a whole history of every message that you guys have ever said. It keeps track of everything. Not that I actually look at them, but it keeps track of everything. And I think it's because it's hooked up to another stream. You know how I have like 5 streams running right now? I think that's what's glitching it out. Reset eligibility. Roll it. Yeah, that could be the issue here. But if that's the case, honestly, I will literally just type names as fast as possible for people that want to be in the drawing into a, you know, like a pie chart, and roll the pie chart, and just somebody wins. I don't mind doing that. It's like, you guys are just typing your names, or better yet, I can maybe just pay my sister. She's always looking for extra money because she's a college student, to type the names while I'm streaming, and then she does the little spinny wheel thing, and then she just lets me know who wins. And maybe that'd be nice too, but hopefully I can do it like live on the stream or something like that. Or better yet, what I could do is just ahead of the stream, I can just have an open Google form or something, and just say, hey, everybody, sign up here with your name or something. I'd have to figure it out, because I also want to make sure the person that wins is also the person that gets the gift, and sometimes that's can be very hard. But yeah, I'd probably have to figure that out beforehand. So there's still some kinks in my in the way I have to get everything going here. But no, they're not real gold. They're oh, this is I got out of the other website. No, but it's not real gold. Oh, here it is. It's acrylic. Weight 1.2 ounces, diameter. Oh, I'm zoomed in a little bit. Of course, it's gonna make the webpage look a little bit weirder. Oh, here we go. Custom PVD coated, applied to give a coin a nice shiny finish, right? Then there's high density iron, right? And there's a copper layered, and then the original designs. I'm kind of happy they share that with you, because sometimes you might actually wonder what exactly is inside of it. This lays it out. Upgrade your crypto chips, right? For me, of course, I get go towards the most expensive thing, but it does look pretty cool. I'd probably want the black version. But yeah, play a video. They even have a video on it, right? So that'd be kind of cool. Oh, and there's a little QR code on the back, so that might be kind of interesting to see as well. Yeah, quality packaging, yada yada yada. I'll let you guys know when I figure all that stuff out, though, because the fact that I have so many channels or so many streams running, that's probably messing up stuff here, because it's still saying there are no eligible users to win. Which I can see, it says the computer guy joined the Ruby level and discount. Thank you again for joining the Sapphire level, but it's not doing it. Which means I might just have to have one trade at a time, but hopefully there's a way to have that contest, right? Yeah, I'll have to figure it out. Top Chatter, Kilo Charlie. I haven't seen him for a minute, though, too. So there probably is some type of thing where I have to reintegrate this in. And I will have to figure that out in my own time, right? But okay. I'm going to leave it here tonight, everybody. The one thing I want you guys to focus on is this Bitcoin chart right here. I'll move my head back up here. We're consolidating. We have on the 1 hour chart and on the 4 hour chart, we have some moving averages that are screaming up. We do need to make a pretty big seismic move on the upside fairly soon. If you guys do see us break back down, I wouldn't say it's the end of the world, but a lot of your stop losses will hit, and you guys are going to have to adjust from there, okay? So, hope you guys all have a good night. If we manage to break out sometime tomorrow before my normal time of like 6 to 7 p.m., I will, in fact, go on a little bit earlier to go live so we can kind of celebrate the next breakout here. But everybody, just keep an eye on your positions and don't freak out too much. Make sure you guys have those stop losses and those target prices set up, so if you see a big move or a big drop while we're sleeping, you guys can make sure that you guys aren't going to be surprised tomorrow morning with some devastating loss or something like that, okay? All right, have a good night, everybody. And guys, thanks a lot for watching. Hopefully I can see you guys here tomorrow at 6 p.m. Pacific time, and we should be good to go.